Today we're going to go over the sheet cleft points. So the sheet cleft points, there are 16 of them. The 12 comes from the primary and the 4 comes from the extraordinary vessels. The 4 that we're talking about here will be yang and yin wei, yang and yin chao. The sheet cleft points are where the qi and blood gathers. They're usually located between the joints. Now, there's a difference between the sheet cleft points when it comes to the yang sheet cleft points versus the yin sheet cleft points. The yang sheet cleft points and the yin sheet cleft points both address acute pain. However, the yang sheet cleft point pertains to more qi stagnation or excess conditions. And for the yin, it's for blood because it has to do with bleeding. So bleeding that occurs from deficiency, heat, and loss of containment. Another way to remember this is that yang is associated with qi and yin is associated with blood. We're going to go over the lung points and the LI points when it comes to sheet cleft. So the sheet cleft of the lung is lung 6. It's the palmar forearm, which means the palm is up. It's in the line between lung 5 and lung 9. You see right here, lung 5 and lung 9 trajectory. It's 7 soon up from the transverse wrist crease. So right here, the transverse wrist crease are around lung 9. So from lung 9 is 7 soon up, and that would be lung 6. Now, LI7 is the sheet cleft point for the LI. It's on the radial side of the forearm. Radial, I kind of remember it associated with the thumb. It's in the line between LI5 and LI11. So again, it's around the transverse wrist crease area. LI5, LI11. It's in this trajectory. It's 5 soon from LI5. So it's 5 soon. Now for the stomach and the spleen, the sheet cleft for the stomach is stomach 34. How do we find this one? It's lateral superior of the patella. So this is the patella. Lateral means outer, right here on this side. It's superior to it of the patella. And then it's going to be what? 2 soon up from that. And that would be stomach 34. Now for the spleen, the sheet cleft is spleen 8. Again, this is going to be in the line between the medial malleolus, which is the inner part of the malleolus, right? Because there's one on the outside as well. It's in between that and spleen 9. Spleen 9 is right here. So in between this trajectory right here, it's 3 soon down from spleen 9. So spleen 9's here and it's 3 soon down. And that's spleen 8. Now we have the sheet cleft point, heart 6, and for SI, it's going to be also SI 6. So both of here, it's going to be 6 and 6. Now it's going to be, for heart 6 though, it's going to be radial side of the tendon. Radial side of the tendon, which tendon? The flexor carpi ulnaris. So this is a landmark for the heart. It's always flexor carpi ulnaris. It has associated with the heart. And it's 0.5 soon up from the transverse wrist crease. So how do we, mentally understand this? It's going to be the tendon flexor carpi ulnar. This already tells you associated with the heart. It's just on the radial side, which means the thumb side right here. But it's 0.5 soon up from the transverse wrist crease. So remember where heart 7 is? Up 0.5. SI6 is where the bony cleft of the radial side of the styloid process of the ulna bone. So The ulna bone is where? On this side, right? Not on the radial side, it's on the pinkier side, but it's in the radial side of the styloid process. So the styloid process is right here, saying it's on the radial side. So it's on this side. It's a bony cleft. That's how you remember it. You should be able to figure this out. This is the little bone that sticks out from your wrist. Um, on the ulnar side, so that would be SI6. Now for UB, she cleft is 63, and the she cleft for kidney is kidney 5. So where is UB 63? It's anterior inferior to UB 62. 62 is right here below, around the lateral malleolus is where it really is. But from there, it's anterior inferior, means in front and bottom. That's UB 63. It's also associated with the cubital bone, being that it's lateral to it, meaning this is the bone, and we say lateral means the outer, right? So that's why it's lateral to the cubital bone. This is also a landmark point, a landmark wording right here. So remember that. For kidney 5, it's one soon down from kidney 3. We know kidney 3 is lateral to, of course, the medial malleolus. It's one soon down from kidney 3. It's anterior, meaning in front, and superior. As you see, it's above this bone right here to the calcaneal tuberosity. This is what this is called, the one that's shaded. This is also landmark. Now for PC, the she cleft is PC4, and the she cleft for Sanjiao is Sanjiao 7. So Sanjiao 4, PC4, the she cleft, is 5 soon up from the transverse wrist crease. Right here, it's 5 soon up. Between the palmaris longus and flexor carpi radialis. These two are also landmark. It's saying it's in between these two. And that's how you know PC is in the center, right, of the hand at the wrist. It's from this trajectory right here. If you see a pattern, I think you've noticed that it's always the trajectories that we remember. It's always somewhere around that middle, and that's the point where the she cleft is. Except for maybe, uh, you know, UB63 and kidney 5. But when it comes to the points, they're always somewhere a little above the creases. Even here, this is kind of a crease. This is kind of a crease, right? It's always in between there, except for the UB and the kidney. But for PC4, it's 5 soon up from the transverse wrist crease, and it tells you it's in between palmaris longus and flexor carpi radialis. Do you see? PC is always flexor carpi radialis. Heart is flexor carpi ulnaris. And then we have she cleft of the Sanjiao, which is Sanjiao 7. It's leveled with Sanjiao 6, which is right here. The only difference is that one finger breadth lateral to Sanjiao 6. Lateral means outer, right, on this side. Radial side of the ulna. So this is the ulna right here, right? The radial side. Radial side means what? Where the thumb is associated. That's how I remember it. Okay, now it'll be Sanjiao 7. Now for she cleft, GB 36 for gallbladder, and for the liver, it'll be liver 6. So it's going to be 7 soon, up from the external malleolus, anterior to the fibula. So why is this important? GB 35 and 39. Both of them are behind this fibula bone, okay? And the rest of the GB points that are at the bottom of the leg are all in the front. How do you remember this? You can think of it as that people work behind their desk from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you know GB 35, sorry, and 39 are both behind, and the rest are in the front. That's a good way to remember it. But GB 36 is the she cleft point for the GB, and it's 7 soon up from the malleolus, external malleolus, anterior to fibula. Now, liver 6 is same thing. You see 7, 7, but this one is 7 soon up from the tip of the medial malleolus, medial to the tibia. Okay, medial malleolus, 7 soon up. That's liver 6, and it's medial to the tibia. Now we have the she cleft points. Now you see all the points, well, most of the points right here, at least these, are the water channel points. There's 2 kidneys and 1 UB. The only one that is a GB point is actually the yang way. So the she cleft of the yang way is GB 35. 30, so by this already we know it's behind the fibula because 5 and 9 are behind and it's 7 soon up. So you can remember these two quite easily. You see, she cleft of the yang way is GB 35 behind 7 soon up. She cleft of the GB is GB 36. We know that it's going to be in the front of the fibula, but also 7 soon up. So you can remember right here, see? 35 is the she cleft of the yang way, and this is going to be the GB 36 is going to be the she cleft of the GB. Now, for the yin way, the she cleft is going to be kidney 9. Kidney 9 is what? 5 soon up from kidney 3, between the lines of kidney 3 and kidney 10. And that would be the she cleft point for the yin way, kidney 9. As you know, there's another point, kidney 5 right here, which is another point. That's going to be the she cleft for the kidney. Kidney 5, kidney 9 is going to be she cleft for the yin way. Now, the yang qiao right here. So you can remember as they're, of course, they're yin. So they're going to be 2 kidney points here. And this one, the yang way, is going to be GB. Yang qiao is going to be a UB point, UB 59. That is what, 3 soon up from UB 60. UB 60 is right by where the it's parallel to the lateral malleolus, and from there it's going to be 3 soon up, and that's going to be UB 59. We have the she cleft of the yin qiao, and that is going to be kidney 8. And where's kidney 8? 2 soon up from kidney 3. So we know that kidney 3 is lateral to the medial malleolus, right? It's going to be 2 soon up from kidney 3, but also 0.5 soon anterior to kidney 7. So these are aligned together. We have to know kidney 7, we say it's 2 soon up, right? But it's going to be 0.5 soon anterior. Okay, so that's kidney 8. So you already see there's already 3 kidney points right here. You can kind of remember this, which it would be important. So we have, of course, the kidney. Let me write this down better. We have the kidney she cleft point being kidney 5. Now the she cleft point of the yin chow being kidney 8. And of course, yin wei being kidney 9. So I would kind of think of it as that I would want to do chow first, just to flip it in my mind, so that these will be in order. So you remember them, that there's 3 kidney points for the she cleft. And 2 of them are the extraordinary. One of them is from the primary. And for even the she cleft for the yang chow is UB. But there's another UB, of course, point for the she cleft, which is the UB itself, but this UB 63, which is more further by the outer side of the foot. This one's on the upper side. She cleft for the yang wei and GB very closely together. So you can group them up that way. Another thing that you can remember is that the GBE 36 and liver 6, they're both 7 Suna. Those are things you need to remember. And then we also, I believe, up here, easy way to remember, Heart 6 and SI 6. They both are the points 6, 6. I think those are some of the things that you can remember. And always remember that it's always a point between the trajectories of where the joints are. See? Except for the UB and kidney from the primary. Well, technically it kind of is, but it always has to do with the folds right here. So if you can remember this, just look them over. I know this is gonna be, I'm trying to think of something that you guys can remember. Why Yang Wei would be associated with GB and why Yang Chao would be with UB59, but nothing comes up in mind. The only thing is I would probably try to remember it in this order, 5, 8, 9, so that you guys don't get confused. I would put she cleft first, study these first up this way, and then move this down this way. That's what I would do, only so that I don't get confused. But I know at least which points, how many points are in the she cleft. 3 are kidneys, 2 are UB. So you can say that she cleft, most of the points are associated with the water channel. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Happy reviewing.